This week on Council Bluffs News, in the works, plans for the West Broadway corridor give the public a chance to give opinions on a variety of options for the entrance to Council Bluffs. A new temporary home. Midlands Humane Society is open as of January 2nd. Find out how it will better benefit the animals as we take a tour through the new facility. And robotics coming to Iowa Western. A new building on campus will house a new program for a growing industry. That and more all in this week's Council Bluffs News. Welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Marie Zeitner. During his campaigning to become mayor of Council Bluffs, Matt Walsh made the improvement of West Broadway high on his priority list. Well, January 7th and 8th, the mayor and the City Planning Commission arranged an open house to enlist the help from the community as part of getting the ball rolling on the West Broadway corridor plan. From Avenue A to 2nd Avenue, several options are presented dealing with roadways, transit buses, sidewalks, and landscaping. Community Development is asking for the public's opinion.
So they want to get rid of that stuff, right?
Two meetings, January 7th and 8th, allow people to see possible plans drawn up for the West Broadway corridor.
What are the several key projects that we could do to get out of the ground that would show people an actual result of what we're talking about?
People sounded very excited about some of the options and some of the ideas.
Posters of the overall study, different areas being affected, and possible solutions to fixing up the West Broadway corridor and its side streets help people better understand what the city is trying to do.
That's a way for us to kind of have an input of, well, maybe we don't do a median, and maybe we should do this. And I like the way you're thinking about redeveloping this, but I don't like this.
Among many proposals, one option is to turn Avenue A back into a two-way street and make it feel more residential.
We should try to keep as a land use, more residential.
The city would also like to make changes to 1st and 2nd Avenues. One idea is using transit buses on 1st Ave that would make traveling between Council Bluffs and Omaha more convenient.
A little bit more smaller vehicles that go really fast and really frequently, so that you're not standing there for 3 hours if you've missed a bus that just headed down the street before you could get there. And all of those kinds of things I would love to see, whether they're right on Broadway or if they're just a block or two off of Broadway, which is what we're talking about. Beautification
of the city's most used road is clearly a priority. Among the drawings, removing the center turn lane and putting landscape in the middle with transit and travel lanes on either side, and keeping the road the exact same and adding landscaping to the edge of the road.
West Broadway has to handle carrying 20 to 35,000 vehicles a day. We really don't have the opportunity to lessen the size of the roadway. I mean, it's just not practical.
Gathering input from the community helps the Planning Commission really understand what they're excited or hesitant about.
Obviously, there are people that have expressed concerns, but most people are positive. I mean, they really want to see changes. They want to see good things happen to this community.
With some new development already along the nearly 2-mile stretch of Council Bluffs' business district, people are optimistic of what West Broadway can turn into.
We are a much more beautiful community than what you first see.
A little facelift would be nice.
From here, the Planning Commission will look over feedback from the public and narrow down the options for each street. When the project is finalized and approved, it can take up to 30 years to renovate West Broadway and its side streets. Stay tuned for more possible meeting times in the future. Council Bluffs is now home to a piece of art from a well-known sculptor. Funded by the Iowa West Foundation, Big Mo, created by Mark DeSuvero, is located on the riverfront at Tom Hannafin River's Edge Park. Standing at 75 feet, 8 inches, the all-steel sculpture is orange and is considered a tourist attraction for the area. Mark DeSuvero has abstract steel sculptures in 27 states, including the District of Columbia, as well as 8 other countries. 6 years in the making, and the Midlands Humane Society's new facility is now open as of January 2nd. Located at 1020 Railroad Avenue in Council Bluffs, staff and the public celebrate with a ribbon cutting January 6th.
We had an amazing turnout. This place is filled with people who just wanted to see about the new facility and what we're going to be doing for homeless animals in our community.
The new shelter is almost 3 times bigger than the old location on South 15th Street. CBTV takes a tour of the new facility and finds out how it will help those animals in need. At nearly 12,000 square feet, the new Midlands Humane Society has big plans.
We have capacity for 96 cats and 52 dogs.
Helping more animals stay off the street while they wait for a new home is something to wag about.
It's almost triple the capacity of the previous Council Bluffs shelter, so we're able to provide services to a lot more animals and families.
The first thing people see when walking into the building is the cat area on the left.
These cat cages are set up pretty neat. They've got a little perch where the kitty cat can lay if she wants to, and then they've all got a little bed or a little blankie or something like that, and then a place for food and water, and then they've got a separate area for their litter box, so they don't, their cage isn't crowded with a litter box.
The cats aren't limited to the cages. 2 colonies filled with toys and climbing posts allow them to roam and play.
It's essentially a room where 4 or 5 cats can live in together and just have free run of the room. And so this is a really nice one because it's got lots of toys in it. They've got a window up here that they can sit in if they want to.
Then there's the dog kennel, located straight back from the entrance.
These kennels are pretty large kennels, and they're actually divided in 2. There's a slide door in the middle of the kennels.
The door helps staff and volunteers clean the area if the dog is in its cage.
They paid a lot of attention to the design of the kennels to make sure there was a lot of natural light coming in, to make sure it was a pleasant place for people and animals to be. All the dogs get a little bed and little toys in there.
As people show interest in a pet available for adoption, they move to a separate room to learn about the potential addition.
This is what we call a get acquainted room. So this is where we bring families and animals to kind of get to know each other, to make sure that it's a good fit and that they want to take the animal home.
Staff will talk with families about the animal's personality to see if it would be a good fit for their home. The rest of the shelter consists of preparation, wash, grooming, and holding rooms.
It's wonderful. We're really excited for everything that we're going to be able to do with more space.
After 6 years of waiting, the new facility is a real treat for everyone involved. Come spring, the Midlands Humane Society will have a dog park in the back of the building. With a larger animal capacity, the organization is able to care for and adopt out more furry friends. In news around the Bluffs, the holiday season is over, and that means it's time to take down the decorations. The first week of January, garbage crews pick up real Christmas trees on the side of the road to discard. Red River Waste Company does this every year. Residents must remove all lights, ornaments, and tinsel, as well as all plastic tree bags. The tree must be cut down to 4 feet in length to be accepted. If you missed the curbside pickup, you can still take your tree to the CB Recycle Center. Visit cbrecycles.com for more information. As a way for young students to get involved in the community, St. Albert Catholic Elementary School gives a project for its second graders. After visiting monthly with the residents of the Amelia House in Council Bluffs, the kids make tie blankets for the seniors.
It's been really great because the kids have, they're building, connections, relationships with the residents here, and they love coming here, and it's been really neat to watch.
Altogether, the kids made 42 blankets, all with different patterns. Second grade teacher Lori Epperson says the goal is for her students to build bonds with other people instead of just volunteering for a project once a year. This outdoor activity may not seem as pleasant. With temperatures in the brisk 20s, cyclists around town gather at the Western Historic Trail Center for the 12th annual Extreme Bike Ride, part of Winterfest.
We've got a pretty decent turnout. The weather's not too bad. People can ride as far as they want. Most of them will go up to the golf course, stop there for a little bit, warm up, and then they either return back here or they go farther if they choose to.
The bike ride kicks off Winterfest. Coming up on Council Bluffs News, Recreation Superintendent Jeff Hubbard will have more on the other activities still to come this month as a part of that celebration. And later, a new building on Iowa Western's campus will soon be home to a high-tech program. See what growing industry is making its way into the world of learning.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Plus Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Marie Zeitner. Joining me in studio today is Jeff Hubbard from the Parks and Recreation Department. Thanks for being here, Jeff.
You betcha, Marie. Glad to be here.
You're welcome. Winterfest has kicked off, and it's kind of some outdoor activities you usually do in the summertime, in the wintertime. What is going on here?
Well, we've been doing it for 14 years for some activities, 16 for the other, but you know, we just want to let people to know that you just can't sit indoors during the January months. You need to get out and be active. So we just had our extreme bike ride on Saturday. Had a lot of good turnout for that. And this upcoming Saturday, the 17th, we have a golf outing. And then on the 24th, we have an adult softball tournament. So a lot of chances to get out and do some physical activity with your friends, coworkers, family, that type of stuff.
And even if the weather is really cold, you guys still encourage people to go out and do these?
We do, and sometimes, you know, the people don't want to do that. The softball tournament's the only one that we've really canceled because it got too cold. People don't want to swing their $500 bats when it's that cold, and sometimes we've had 2 feet of snow, which makes it awful hard to find your ball. So as cold, not necessarily we won't cancel. If there's 2 feet of snow, then we might, because it makes it hard to find your balls. But so far the forecast for these next 2 weeks look pretty good.
Okay, we're supposed to warm up, so hopefully.
30s, yes. So perfect winter fest at golfing and softball weather.
Okay, and you do have to register for these, so where can people do that?
For the golf course, or for the golf outing, you can call the golf course, which is 328-4670. Let them know the Wednesday beforehand to let them know that you're interested. They might take a few late entries. I just kind of want to get an idea how many people they're going to have though. And then for the softball tournament, you can contact the Park and Rec office at 328-4650.
Okay, and what golf course will it be?
It'll be at Dodge Riverside. And it'll just be 9 holes, so you're not out there for the whole 18 holes. There'll be some hot cocoa and stuff. And it's just good 9 holes, probably an hour and a half out in the cold.
Okay, is there any special thing you guys do this for, or you just want people to get out?
Like I said, they've been doing it for a long time, and it is just, just a chance to get people out and active. There's bikers that are using our trails system the whole time. There's people out golfing as soon as it gets above 40 degrees anyway, so we thought it'd just be a good, fun thing to tie in and create a winter fest, a month long of activities.
Okay, and there is more information on your guys' website.
Yep, you can go to cbparksandrec.org, click on the Winterfest page, and you can find all the registration forms, dates, times, information, all that good stuff.
All right, looking forward to it maybe if it warms up.
Hopefully.
Thanks for being here, Jeff.
You bet.
Stick around, more Council Bluffs news after the break.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Once labeled as one of the fastest growing community colleges in the country, Iowa Western's construction over the past decade has been as constant as its enrollment. Now the college is making room on campus for a newly added program in a field that is taking off in the real world. A growing industry is growing Iowa Western's campus.
It'll be a lot more convenient for students.
The recently added robotics program will soon have its own place on college grounds.
For the last 2.5 years, we've been using space down at ACETA Corporation that they provided us so we could get the robotics program started.
Since ACETA is growing and needs more space, Iowa Western is currently building a facility to house the robotics program with the bond it received.
We're going to have all of our engineering programs located in this building with robotics, electronics, industrial engineering, all of those programs.
Sitting next to the Student Center, the $13.5 million superstructure full of labs, classrooms, and office space is coming together.
Because it's a 2-story building, it'll be the largest single building that we have on campus based on square footage.
87,000 square feet to be exact. Some other fun facts: the building has 90 miles worth of electrical wire, 892 different pieces of glass, 176,000 linear feet of metal stud framing material, and 6,500 sheets of 4x8 drywall.
Lots of classrooms, a lot of labs, very specialized labs, and so it really gives us some space to grow those STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math programs that we have here at Iowa Western.
All part of a growing campus at Iowa Western. The Engineering and Technology Building is expected to open by April of this year. Dr. Kinney says ACETA will donate some of its robots to the program to get them started. For those who love winter sports, Mount Crescent Ski Area in Honey Creek, Iowa is officially open as of December 27th. From Wednesday to Sunday, anyone from amateurs to pros can ski, snowboard, zy-bobsled, and tube. Rentals and lessons are available at the lodge. Visit skicrescent.com for more information. Still to come on Council Bluffs News, meet the animals at the New Midlands Humane Society that want a forever home and Pets of the Week. Plus, see what's going on in our weekly events calendar. We'll be right back.
Create new opportunities and expand your knowledge with Iowa Western's continuing and career education.
It was really intimidating to go back to school, but Iowa Western made me really feel like I could do it.
Our goal is to help students achieve success from education to employment.
Learn more, including information on extra benefits for Iowa residents at iwcc.edu/continuing_education.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Time now for Pets of the Week. Served by Toby Jack's Mineola Steakhouse, home of the Thursday Night Taco Ride.
Hi, my name is Misty Bino, and we are at the brand new Midlands Humane Society at 1020 Railroad Avenue here in Council Bluffs. And this girl is Nyla. Nyla is a terrier mix, about 7 years old, but don't be surprised by her age because she likes to get around. She would do best in a home with a fenced yard, and she went on a slumber party with one of the volunteers here and stayed overnight. He said that she was very well-mannered and that she loves to play fetch and will bring it right back to you, and she even slept on her own dog bed there. If you are interested in adopting this sweetheart Nyla, her file number is 14025. This is Mikey. Mikey was surrendered to the shelter here because his family could no longer care for him. He is about 6 years old. He is a shelter dog mix. We're not sure, maybe a little shepherd, lab, husky, or something like that. He has a great attitude. His family said that he's potty trained, he's always lived inside, and that he's just a great family dog overall. He's not so great with cats though, that's the one thing. He would need a home without cats. But otherwise, Mikey is a great companion. So if you are interested in adopting this sweet fella, his file number is 14032. This beautiful boy here is Stachio. I bet you can wonder how he got his name, because of his mustache. He was surrendered here to the shelter because his previous owner was moving to an apartment that didn't allow as many cats as she had. So he is about 1 year old. He's black and white. If you are interested in adopting Stachio, his file number is 14016. This orange little tabby here is Charlie. Charlie is a boy about 8 months old. He was found as a stray on 18th and 8th Avenue here in Council Bluffs. And as you can tell, he is a frisky kitty. He loves to play. He wants to get out of my arms and get this toy over here. But he purrs too. He also loves to snuggle when he's in his snuggle moods. And if you are interested in adopting Charlie, his file number is 14020. And if you're interested in adopting any of the cats you've seen here today, you can come down to the Midlands Humane Society at 1020 Railroad Avenue here in Council Bluffs.
Time now for our weekly events calendar. A meeting hosted by City Councilman Nate Watson will take place Thursday, January 15th at 7 p.m. concerning the holiday lights in downtown. The city noted the decorations have not been as complete as years before and would like to find a resolution. The meeting will be at the Park Building Suite 414. Catch Hot Club of San Francisco this Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. at the Arts Center. 3 vintage silent films will be featured. For tickets, call 712-388-7140. Bring the family to try ice fishing this Saturday at Big Lake Park. From 9 a.m. to noon, you'll be able to fish for 1,000 rainbow trout. Register for the raffle to win prizes from Wood Sporting Goods, Bass Pro Shops, and Walmart. You must have a valid fishing license and trout stamp if 16 years of age or older. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. You can always contact us with questions or comments at cbtv@iwcc.edu, by phone at 712-325-3312, and on social media. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at CBTV17. Remember, for the latest scores and updates for local sports, tune in to the Bluff Sports Zone with JJ Davis right here on CBTV17. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Marie Zeitner.